Now a 10 News Morning Original. New reporting first at 6.
The Registrar of Voters announcing there will be fewer places to cast a ballot in the upcoming presidential election. But as ABC 10 News reporter Jared Aarons found out, while there are fewer physical polling precincts, there are actually more opportunities to make sure your vote counts.
It's the most essential act in our democracy, but coronavirus created chaos for voting in the upcoming election.
It has been difficult.
County Registrar of Voters Michael Vu has been in charge of making sure all 1.86 million of San Diego's registered voters get to vote in whichever way they decide. For starters, all voters will get a mail-in ballot in early October. Vu says that's still the best way to vote this year.
We in our county have had a tradition and culture of voting by mail where if we weren't conducting an election where every single voter would be receiving a mail ballot, at least 76.5% of them would, because they're already signed up to be a permanent mail ballot voter.
Vu says his office fully trusts the Postal Service to deliver all ballots to voters and back to the registrar on time. They'll also station 126 drop-off locations to physically turn in a ballot. Those open October 6th. 125 of them will be staffed with poll workers. That's more than double the amount of drop-off locations from the primary election.
Which include county libraries, city libraries, YMCAs, VFWs, Chamber of Commerce are out there.
For people who still want to vote in person, coronavirus rules on social distancing upended the traditional model. This November, instead of 1,600 small polling precincts, the county will have 235 super poll locations strategically placed around the county to maximize accessibility. And they'll be open for voting for 4 days, from Saturday, October 31st until Tuesday, November 3rd.
Every voter is going to be assigned one of these respective locations. They're much larger in space, much larger in terms of the amount of equipment that we'll have there, and a double, if not triple, the amount of poll workers that we will have at every single one of these locations.
Vu compared planning this year's November election to doing a jigsaw puzzle where all the pieces are constantly changing. But he says it all fits together now, and he expects the election to run smoothly. Jared Aarons, ABC 10 News.
So the county will start mailing sample ballots and voter information pamphlets next Thursday. They will have your new polling location printed on them. You can also look up all the information about the election at sdvote.com. Now, the election is just 9 weeks from today, so let's go over the upcoming deadlines you should know about. If you are already registered, you can cast your ballot early at the Registrar of Voters office starting October 5th. The deadline to register to vote, October 19th, and your registration must be postmarked by that date. After that time, you can still vote conditionally. In-person voting begins October 31st at any of the county's 235 polling places, and again, Election Day is November 3rd.